Greetings, everybody. It is such a pleasure to be here today to share with you. I greet you with love. I greet you with non dualistic bliss. I greet you with joy and harmony. And so, my name is Reverend Medgar Reid. I am the senior pastor of the Abundant Faith Ministries at the Jesuits Loyola Blakefield in Towson. I'm also the director of spiritual care and chaplaincy services at RMCM Open Secret CC Movement. And my assignment today is to speak to you very briefly on a subject that we're all familiar with. It's nothing new. It's the subject of gratitude. But I'd like to tell you a little story. When I was a little boy, my father and I used to travel extensively around the country during the summertime. We lived in Baltimore, Maryland, but we owned a farm in Tennessee. And so every time that we would go on a long distance trip, we would go to a place called AAA. I don't know if anybody remembers AAA. I think it stood for the American Automobile Association. And we would get one of these big fold out maps and fold it out, and it would have the markings on how to reach your destination. And we need a new type of AAA in this day and age to teach us how to reach the destination of gratitude. We have so many things pushing and pulling at us. We have the new challenges of COVIDs and the new norms that are coming into place, and all of the disruption in our life, and so much stress, and family life and work life and volunteer life, and so many priorities and information, and sometimes contradictory things that are pushing and pulling at us. So we need a roadmap from AAA to show us how to get to the destination of gratitude. And so instead of the American Automobile Association, my AAA has three other A's that are very crucial and that we should consider as we journey towards the destination of gratitude. The first A is acknowledgement. Acknowledgement. When we look within ourselves and start to acknowledge all of the good things that we do in a day, when we start to pat ourselves on the back, not from a standpoint of ego, but from a genuine and authentic standpoint of looking at your hands and saying, wow, what did these hands do today? Who have my hands helped today? What have I uplifted with my words today? And we start to acknowledge those things about us that are good. And once we are able to acknowledge the good things about us, that extends toward acknowledging the good in others. When I was in the capacity of director of spiritual care at Keswick, I used to challenge our management staff every day to find three people who are doing something good and acknowledge it and compliment them on it and encourage them. So acknowledging is the first A on our road to gratitude. The second A is acceptance. We need to learn how to accept things as they are. We need to learn how to accept people. We should consider learning how to accept people, places, things, situations, circumstance, and events just as they are. There are many things in our life that we just really literally have no control over. And so I used to always use the technique of a file cabinet. One file would have everything that I have the ability to do something about. And the other file, like the weather and whether the Ravens win or not, God bless them, that file would have something in there that I have no control over. And so it's that file that I would push to the side. And I would accept the fact that these are the things in the file that I can do something about. And I would prioritize what I can do and accept my limitations, accept the good, the bad, and sometimes even the ugly. And so once we get a sense of acceptance of ourselves, accept every pound that I am, accept the ice cream that I ate last night and the donut, that I got from Dunkin' Donuts. Accept it all and look in the mirror and say, I accept me. And so it makes so much easier our ability to accept those around us, not wanting to change them and make them over in our image or change their personality from what they are, but to accept them. So that's the second A. The third A in this journey toward gratitude is appreciation. Appreciation. And appreciation is the direct opposite of devaluing. When we devalue something, we see it as less than. And so many times in our society, whether it's race or sexual orientation or ethnicity or our country of origin, we devalue other cultures and other people because they're not exactly like ours. I challenge us to change our perception or consider changing your perception and learn to appreciate differences in others. Learn to appreciate different cultures and different foods. Not that you have to gravitate to it or like it, but you can appreciate it for what it is. The word appreciation means to go up in value. And so very seldom when we buy a car does it actually appreciate when we drive it off of the lot. Very seldom when we buy a house, well, sometimes if it's in the right neighborhood, it can appreciate substantially in value when you check it again. And so a lot of the times we need to change our mindset, or we need to consider changing our mindset to learn to appreciate or go up in value with our significant others. Sometimes we can't let our relationships get stale. If we've been in them for quite a while, we need to reevaluate and learn to appreciate or value it even more as time goes on. Appreciate your coworkers. Appreciate the mission that you are called to do, because hospice work, volunteering, or staff is a calling. It's a divine calling. And so I'm not telling you what entity to believe in, but even if it's just the universe, we have to know that we have a mission that's bigger than just getting a paycheck. We have a mission that extends and allows us to appreciate those things around us and not devalue them. And so those are the three A's that lead us to our destination of gratitude. Acknowledgement. So today, I pray that you will acknowledge three people around you and acknowledge the good in you. Acceptance. Today, I pray that you will accept some things that just don't sit well with you, but that's the way it is. And so we have to learn to accept the things that we cannot change. We're all familiar with the serenity saying or the serenity prayer. And in addition to acceptance, we can appreciate the fact that we're working with the sacredness of those that are journeying through life. We can appreciate that we have colleagues that have the same mindset and mission, and even those that are challenging to work with sometimes. You know, I have come to find out that those that are mean are really those that are just anxious. And so when you see and change your mindset to see that those that are mean, they're just anxious. They may be anxious about their illness. They may be anxious about a situation they're going through. They may be anxious about things that are financial in their life. And so you just charge it to their anxiety and not their innate nature of being mean. And so I pray that as we go into this Thanksgiving holiday, that all of us will take our journey to gratitude using acknowledgement, using acceptance, using appreciation, and you will enjoy this Thanksgiving holiday, no matter who you spend it with during this very challenging time of COVID. Thank you for your attention. You are appreciated, and I'm grateful for you.